All right, guys, part two. We're going to solve radical equations. Our sole purpose in life is to get rid of these radicals. Radical is this cube root here. It says solve 3 equals the cube root of x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 1. We have some steps. Your first job is to isolate the radical if you can. If you can't, there are other things that we can do besides. I'm going to show you that later on. But the first thing they do here is isolate the radical. What do? They add 1 to both sides, so we have 4 equals the cube root of x squared minus 2x plus 1. Right? Then they do some math. They cube both sides. Why? Because that gets rid of the cube root. 4 cubed is 64. Take care of the radical here. We have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Super factorable. We love it, right? But we're going to mess everything up. We want it equal to 0 before we go ahead and solve, right? We're going to factor, but we have to make sure our function equals 0. Here we go. We subtracted 64. We get x squared minus 2x minus 63 equals 0. Right, let's factor that. What factors of 63? Well, only a couple. When you find their difference, gives you 2x. There you go, negative 9, positive 7. So, x minus 9 equals 0, x plus 7 equals 0. We have a positive 9 and a negative 7. Those are our possible zeros. What we do is we take those two numbers, we plug them back into the original, we do the math, see if they check out. You can do that. Let's try one on our own. Actually, I lied. We're going to do it together because I'm a big liar. Here we go. Got a cube root, minus 6 equals negative 4. Like we said, isolate the variable. We're going to add 6 to both sides. Gives us 2 equals the cube root of x squared minus 1. Looks good. Let's cube both sides. Now we have x squared minus 1 equals 8. I want it equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. Now I have x squared minus 9 equals 0. I'm going to rewrite it up here. X squared minus 9 equals 0. Both of these are perfect squares, and we have a subtraction sign in between. That means it's a difference of squares. If you don't know what a difference of squares is, look it up. Can't go back and reteach that. That's from so long ago. All right, equals 0. We have x equals 3 and negative 3. Those are our possible zeros. You throw them back in here. By the way, they both work. That's a parabola. It cuts through 3 and negative 3. By the way, it sits right in the middle, and it bottoms out at negative 4. Anyway, here we go. Let's move on to this one. This is very simple. You're going to square both sides. Your radicals are already isolated. Square both sides, solve as usual. You would have 6n minus 3 equals negative 15 plus 7n. N equals 12. You'll be able to figure that out. This one, super simple. I don't have any difficult ones on this page. That's it. If you have any more questions, please let me know.